Ryan Grabill was privileged to take snaps from me and look at my big ass his whole career.
It's a good thing he's pretty, because he can't count real high. Running a bunch of childish adults, you know, every weekend probably gets a little crazy. Everybody wants the ball, especially Josh Kelly, John Massey, a couple other ones. Never blamed his O-line for anything. Did real well because he had a great O-line. Well, you know, I'm not gonna name any names.
So you want me not to be nice. That's what we're aiming for.
I want the truth.
You want the truth. The crappy part about Grabill is he really is exactly what everybody thinks he is. He comes off as the pretty boy, but he works. When you're playing against the guy, you never got a clean shot on him, and he never did anything dirty. There were plenty on his team that helped, but it was never him. I got a chance to coach with him after everything was over. And when you get a chance to coach with him and you work every single day beside, you realize how hard he worked.
Ryan Grabill, quarterback, Miller Lite and Broadex. Tommy Huffman was on me from the time I was at Frostburg playing basketball. Said whenever I finished college, there was a spot for me on the team. And of course, I was going to do that. And I actually started off as a receiver on the Miller Lite team because we had a good quarterback. So was just waiting for the moment I finished school. And once that was done, time to play some flag football.
He was super tough to prepare for, and as someone, I kind of ran our team and played as well, played defense too. And that was one of the things that we always kind of hung our hat on, right? Like, we were a lot of smart football players, and we could kind of compete in the mental game with anybody. So we'd always compete even if we didn't have enough athletes. And one thing I loved competing against you guys was you guys played football, and you understood football. So we would run things against most teams that would work and you could confuse quarterbacks with, because our defense was usually pretty tough. And but what was frustrating and also what made him great was he knew how to counter that. I played in that league a long time, and you know, we were always kind of the top couple quarterbacks, right? And I was always like, no, this isn't because of his video. He was the best quarterback in our league.
I never knew him to be a quarterback. In fact, he played after my time. And the only time I seen Ryan play the game of flag is when I would stop out on a Saturday to watch the Miller Beer Bunch, which had a lot of people that I knew, because for Ryan to be as good as he was as a quarterback, he needed a core of receivers that could catch the ball. But Lord forbid, most of them come from North High. So we'll give him some credit for throwing it. We'll give some of the receivers that he had on his team for catching it.
Brian was just heads and shoulders above everybody else. Of course, I'd always try to give him plays, and he never wanted to listen to my plays. So.
As a quarterback, I really valued taking care of the football. I thought my job was to make sure I spread the ball around to everybody, get everybody involved, keep everybody happy and hungry. But also, you know, they can't score if I'm not turning it over. And I really took a lot of pride in that, being efficient as a quarterback and making sure that, you know, I didn't throw a lot of interceptions, and that was the goal every year.
Every game he would come and bring his best, and no matter where you're out in the field, he would find a way to find you. And I've told him, I think I've told him this many times, but like, his stats will be even better if he realized he just threw me the ball more. So, and if he still knows, like, I'm still open, I was always open.
I'd be driving to games. I have a million worries in my head. Do I have time for a breakfast sandwich? Is so-and-so gonna show up today? Does so-and-so have a jersey? So many worries in my head, but I'd pull up and there Brian be warming up for the game, and all my worries would go away. I knew I had the best damn quarterback out there, and he was gonna take care of business.
Don't touch him, because he gets mad, and that's fun, because we knew the scores were going to start running up when he got mad. We didn't lose often, but if we lost, I felt bad for the next team after that, whether it was a doubleheader or the next weekend, because he was going off.
We would put points up, and he would come back, and it would be something different. He'd have to come out with something that he hadn't run or hadn't done the whole way through, because we would do well of taking things away. And then he would turn around and he would make a play that wasn't anything that he had done for 8 games.
So we lost to you guys in a championship where we kept Ryan Grabill from throwing any touchdowns And I think we picked him off once or twice, and we still lost because he ran in 2 or 3 touchdowns. And I said, man, if you would have told me that we were going to keep him from throwing any touchdowns, we'd pick him off a couple times, but well, we'll win, hands down. I don't know, for me, one of the things that I think about when we do these things, you know, come to these banquets and these things, I'm very happy that he's in, but it just speaks to, even me sitting here, like the relationships that you build through this time. Like, football's football, man. Football's a fantastic sport. But even driving down here, I was like, man, the fact that I'm coming down here to talk about Ryan Grabill is pretty awesome.
On the field, it would have to be probably a combination of the first championship and then the last drive of our final championship. And, you know, I'm just in the huddle and I know my career's coming to an end and I'm calling a play and I'm looking at all you guys and saying I love you after every play. And, you know, so I could have called like motion right quicks, love you guys, and I could just see it in your face and we kind of all knew, you know, and then we went down and we scored. Very fitting on a slot screen left to kind of wrap up our last championship where we were all together. So in terms of, you know, football on the field memory, that final drive of us all together was my best one. But collectively from my time playing for Broad Axe, it was everything that went into a Saturday game day. It was being pumped up during the week to play. It was showing up early, going through all the pregame routines, thumping on somebody for 4 quarters, and then hanging out and drinking beers together on the sidelines or heading to Garfield's or Broad Axe, and then of course being all together for our championship celebration. So the on the field stuff, but probably the most important stuff was just hanging out with my buddies and enjoying what we did together.
There were games where we scored on every drive, games where we didn't punt once, and teams we never lost to. He kept us big boys up front happy. He'd mix in the run plays, the screen plays, show off our athletic prowess. As busy as he was off the field, being a coach, a husband, a dad, he always found time to drink a couple cold beverages with us after the games. And then on Bonanza nights and championship party nights, we knew we could count on him to be out all night long with us.
And I'd just like to finish up by thanking all the Hall of Famers and the guys that played before us. Everybody thinks that after high school or college that your competitive drive just leaves you. And the Washington County Flag Football League has provided all of us a chance to still go out there and compete. So the Hall of Famers and all the players that came before us, I'm very thankful for what they established and allowed us to continue to do so. So I'd like to just congratulate everybody else in this class and very thankful and humbled to be a part of it.